None of my buttons are working. My Stream Deck buttons are not working. Yep, none of my buttons are working. My Stream Deck, for some reason. Oh man. Yeah. Do. So I don't know. And things sound distorted in my ears too. I don't know what's going on there. Does it sound distorted to you? My earbuds are going. I don't know. Do you hear a buzz? I hear a buzz. No distortion? No distortion in the right ear? Check. I think I blew up my right ear. My right earbud. I'm gonna have to switch earbuds. Oh, my buttons are working now. Back to the big ones. It's like it was like a, I don't know, like a burned out speaker. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, well, that sucks. I don't know why why these buds were doing that. They sound so good in my ear. These are Carvin. They cost like, I think I paid $80 for them. And it's my second pair of them. And for some reason I'm getting this like hum noise in my right ear. And they're good earbuds. I like the sound of them. But I don't... Oops, sorry for the feedback. Oh no! Yeah, I did that. I pushed it in and out a couple times and stuff. You got a purple neon? You did? A 92? See, I put these earphones. I put these on and they sound great. Turn the mic off. I'm gonna have to check the buds out some other time and see what's going on. Maybe they're short, or maybe it just needs to be clean. Maybe something's just vibrating in there. Maybe some could be just something to do with the bud, right? Maybe it's crud in the bud. It was just enough to annoy me. You know what I mean? Just enough to be like, like a every time I played a note. Late 80s, early 90s RG, they are nice. I have 2 of those RG 550s, DX ones. But the one I usually play, the one I bought, I keep one stored away, and it's like mint condition pretty much. The neck is like clean, and then the one I use, I bought new, and it's just like worn out so bad. Could be earwax in it. Could be earwax. I don't know. I don't know how some of these streamers, they get their streams so perfect and clean, and I'm like struggling with like video cams that are, you know, to match up and sync up. I like using webcams, but I don't know what's the best webcam to get that's going to be like really high quality. And if I use a real camera, it's like there's this lag. So let's get back to some backing tracks. I feel silly with these big earbuds on now, but what am I gonna do? Oh yeah, big earphones. Did I play? No, I haven't played all day. I just plugged in. But you guys know my routine. I try to get everything together. I'm plugging everything in, and nothing's working right. And then I put up that starter page, and then I just plug in the guitar, and I pull up YouTube, and then I just pick some random track that's just like, okay, let's see, that's in whatever key, and I just try to jam to it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm running out of water though. I've been dealing with really bad, I don't know, back pain. It's like, I don't know if it's sciatic nerve or what, but went to the urgent care Monday. They gave me some stuff. And I've been on it for a week. And it seems to be better today. I was able to like move around and stuff. I was gonna stream earlier this week, but this chair is the worst chair in the world, and I know I need a new one. And I have a couple gigs this weekend, and I have to try to make it through. But I thought maybe I should just come, try to stream a little bit. It seems like the heating pad doesn't work as well for me. Like, I love the heating pad. I live with the heating pad. But it made it worse. Why does it sound so loud? Maybe I was clipping. The hemp cream, I think it does help sometimes. I think it does help. But I also have that Voltaren. Been using that. That's not bad. Oh, it's just I had it. I've been waking up for the last 3 weeks with this like upset stomach and back pain. I'm like, oh, is this all related? And then I decided, I can't take it anymore. And then I went to the urgent care instead of the ER because I don't want to wait 8 to 9 hours in the ER. And I have felt this pain before, so I know it's got to be muscle related. If it's not, then we'll find out in a couple days. Gel pad. I have one of those too. I have an ice pack. Sub-Zero, I gotta figure out how to do that canvas thing. It's supposed to be OBS is supposed to do it for me, but it's screwing it up. I have one of those belts too. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. I want to play some covers on here, but I'll get flagged. But everybody likes, not everybody, but maybe, you know, just regular backing tracks. You kind of like that, right? Just me jamming over just regular ones. Why is that volume so low? You gotta send me a link for it. I've done that too. I've done sleeping on the side with a pillow. Yep. They got me on 2 medications. Kind of fogs my brain a little bit though. I think it's going to be pretty cool. What's weird is I was watching Peacemaker, the new, you know the Peacemaker show, and I was just watching it, and then like 20 minutes later, I couldn't remember the name of the show I was watching. I've been watching it for years. Like, why couldn't I remember the name of the show? hair's all messy in the stream. Look at this. It's awful. You can tell I don't prepare for these things. That was awful. Mr. Dark Sensei. How many are on YouTube tonight? Are you guys watching on YouTube? Is it even working on YouTube? I can't see if my thing's working on YouTube. See, this is my brain fog. YouTube on the Roku. Oh, okay. What kind of scales are you using? For this thing, pentatonic. This will be D minor pentatonic. And this would be D minor pentatonic, but I'm focusing more on the G. Back to D minor. Then I'm focused on the A. Back to the G. D minor pentatonic. Harmonic minor. That's mostly my little tricks there. Or you can play with the D minor scale. You can get fancy. And you can play like the, what do you call it scale? The what do you call it scale? See if I can get this to work. That one right there. So that weird scale over the A. Wrong note there. I don't think that scale worked for me. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I stick to what I know. Pixel Pals, thanks for knowing. Toggle resolution down and back up. How would I do that without ruining the stream? I am on Twitch. Well, oh, it's you. Oliver Queen, how are you doing? Oh, it's Friday night. What are you guys up to? Did you guys do anything tonight? Anything exciting? You modded? You did? You should mod my streams. Or you mean like moderated his stream, or did you mod it like make a scene do something crazy? Like fix this portrait mode. You know? That would be nice. Stuck in your head, right? Oh, on YouTube. He threw a wrench at you. No. You ever used a headphone amp like the Boss Katana? I played a Boss Katana. Katana. They're pretty nice. They're nice amps. Are you getting one? Are you getting one? I don't know about using them live. Well, that's cool though. I like Boss equipment. I like Boss stuff. I never had really much problem with Boss. I'm just looking for something to jam over.
Jam tracks for days.
Ooh. Yeah, elevated jam tracks are awesome. This was not bad. Ugh. That wasn't bad. I'm using the Tonex one pedal. So it's kind of like a modeler thing, right? Stati's here. Stati's here. Thank you everybody for following. What was that? I can't. My eyes are so bad. It's probably this medication. Mazel one. Is that Crimez? I can't say your names. I'm sorry. You're leaving on a jet. I hope you have a safe flight. Make sure to check in. Doesn't sound have the same effect, does it? Yeah, I don't have any decorations yet. I need my pumpkin. Yeah, I gotta find my pumpkin and my lights. How's that one start? Trying to remember all these Motley Crue riffs. the switch is bad. Are they playing the same show? Richie Kotzen and John Five? Banana Mana Mana. How are you doing? I'm just gonna start playing riffs all the time. Yeah, I've seen that. That'll be cool. Rushy chords. Rushy chords are... Please like and subscribe. 150%. Is that what you're up to? On certain licks? On that one lick? Kind of Magic was their biggest hit. Oh. Oh, what I could do at 150. What I could do at 150 BPMs. Como. What's this one?
Jam tracks for days.
Jam track for days. Mellow, huh? Ooh. That's some funky changes there. Can't see that chord change. I'll get in there. Sounds like that Michael Jackson song. I'm thinking of another chord. I'll get it. You always gotta try something different. Hey, thanks for the raid. Oh, screw this up. Brain fog. It's brain fog. I gotta figure out what I could do really nice over that one little change. Cause it's throwing my brain. This part. Weird. Chords: A minor 7, 2, G major 7, C major 7, B minor 7, A minor 7, G major 7. Then it does this little thing where it's B minor 7. F to a G. It's weird. It's just so fast. Yeah, let's get that chord. Where's it go with that? It could have went like this. And that would be cool. Yeah. Arpeggios are your friends. Check out a song What a song for what your buddies made? I remember like a few months ago I asked about guitar. About guitars, but I was looking to get into them. You got one. What'd you get? Kitty's doing good. She's always hungry. Yeah, she's always hungry. Mine's out in the woods murdering. What? Triplets. Triplets. You could do a triplet arpeggios. Oh, you're kidding. Yeah. Those are nice triplets. Or you could do you can do the 3 notes per string, like. Those would be nice. Do you pick 3 times up and down? I'm doing like alternate picking. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You could just do like a set of notes like this, going like the same pattern. You can also just do hammer-ons. You can do that. And backwards. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. Do 6 tuplets. 6 notes per beat. You do any combination you want, like any fingerings. I think what was that one in Van Halen? He does those licks. Stuff like that. You're welcome. You guys can help me build my channel. What would you like to see on this channel more? You guys have been with me forever. What would you like to see if I just did like short little videos? Because I try to do covers and that doesn't really work. Sometimes, rarely, but there's so many channels out there and so many people play guitar. It's unbelievable. And I think maybe we should do like a video like not even guitar, just like talking about stuff, music and things like that. That seems to get a lot of views. Yeah, the alien stuff, I wish I could get that back. They took that away. I don't think I have the room for the green screen right now. I know the Kiss ones were cool. I seen his video, this guy, he does these videos and he's like, oh, look at this. Look how he does this solo. It's like, oh, he's bending into the root note. And he goes down to the 7th. And I'm like, is that what we gotta do now? Oh, it's just so great. And be excited about it. I don't know. That's what comes in my video feeds. And things like other things come in my video feed where they'll show you a lick that they won't give credit to the original person, which I found like really annoying. Like I do these arpeggios like this. Which I picked up from watching Paul Gilbert. And Paul Gilbert was showing, on his lessons. And then people are going, go to my page and, pay me I'll show you this lick. I'm like, that's Paul Gilbert lick. But maybe to me that seems fresh to me, but maybe to people just starting, it's like, whoa, what is that lick from, But if you dive deep, you'll see all this stuff is done over and over and over again. And maybe it's our job to keep sharing it, right? But I still think you should give credit. Be like, yeah, this is a really good lick to learn. It's from a Paul Gilbert thing, and I can show you how to play it. I have a green screen. I just don't have no room. A rig and audio interface. I think I did that once, Nick. I think I did that. I could probably do it again. Do another video on it. What does your practice routine look like? This is it. But if you're thinking about learning songs, like what I do for gigs is it's hours. I go through the set. I make sure I learn the song, then I go through it and I make sure to figure out every little thing I'm missing. Then I go the next song, and then I'll do that for like 2-3 hours, and then the next night I'll do it all over again and refine it, and then like the third night I'll go through my live gear and I'll start programming the stuff and making sure I got all the right pedals and stuff that'll work. And then by like night 4, I'll just play along to the tracks again with the gear. And then I feel like really confident for a show, something like that. And then once you do that and you play the show over and over again, you don't have to really do that. Creator, thanks for subscribing. Because then you get used to the setup and everything that you don't really need to do it as much anymore, unless you take like months off from gigs, and then you're back at I do it all over again. I'll take like 2-3 nights getting everything back into shape. But for like practicing like stuff and licks and things, it all depends on the songs. Like there's some songs I have to really like get my chops back up because they're really fast licks in there. And then what I do is I play really slow at first, and then I speed it up, and then I'll just keep doing it over and over and over until I'm just burned out with it. I think like if you're gonna learn a solo, like in your beginning, really try to learn that note for note, even if it's sloppy and bad, but at least you're trying to get the notes right. Like I've seen a lot of people start to try to learn a guitar solo, and then they get to a point they're like, oh, I got it, and then it just ends up being like a mess. They'll start doing stuff like they'll start out with and then start out like that. That'll be the start of it. Then they'll get lost and they'll go, oh, well, do some slides, and then totally out of key. And you're like, man, just learn the solo. It's not that hard. Some of the solos are not that hard. Oh, you like that when I was calling out the chords like D minor and G minor, A minor. Yeah, I could do things like that. I think I did that once too. I was in a live and I made a little short video out of it, and it should be up there, like soloing over changes. It should be on that page somewhere. Did you guys ever catch the Ozzy documentary they just came out with? I watched that last night. I thought it was really good. Like his final years. It was pretty sad. got this noise gate on there, so it cuts it out really hard. Doo-doo-doo. Soloing over changes. Like that one song that was a weird one. It was like G major 7 to E minor, E flat major, C major 7, C minor 7. So then you got to figure out what can I do there. You can probably do different scales there. That'd be great. I was thinking of more chords, so when I was thinking like, okay, G major, E minor, E flat major, B minor 7, C major 7, C minor 7, back to G. I was thinking more of arpeggios. Nice 1080 rip. Am I filming in 1080? Oh, you grab no escape from now off? You mean no escape from New York? Am I getting the movie? Nothing wrong with listening to Beethoven. Oh, okay, both Ozzy movies. Yes, but the latest one I just saw on Paramount, it was really good. I grew up listening to Ozzy. I mean, who didn't? You know, that play guitar. I think Crazy Train was like one of the first riffs. It was like Sweet Child of Mine, and it was Crazy Train. That was awesome. And the hard part when we were learning that song was doing the that was tough. You know, and then we didn't even get to the solo yet, and then I was like, oh my god. And then the album version has this some kind of like thing like that. And then when you heard the tribute album version, when it goes, he just slides it down like that. I was like, man, you know, when we learned that solo back then, it was like, oh, this is great. And then we were always trying to figure out his crazy licks in between. Because in that one part, it's like he goes, he does this like diminished lick, like, but he does it so fast, and then he looks like he slips some frets, you know. I'm like, what is he doing? So then I thought he was doing this one. He was doing like a stretchy lick, like a, where is it? What was it? How did I have it? Because he does something like that in Suicide Solution. You know, it's like, I think yeah. He does something like that in there, and I'm like, what is he doing? You know, but you could probably do it like, but I could swear his hand. I was picturing his hand doing. He's doing some crazy string skipping like in that song. I mean, some of those solos are just weird phrasings, and I'm like, how's he do that? But yeah, listening to that all that Ozzy stuff, and then you're like, you got into the Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman, and then when Bark at the Moon came out, there's only a few songs I really liked on that album. But the Ultimate Sin album was really good. And then you had No Rest for the Wicked, and that was just mind blowing. Like, what is this guy doing with this? With these harmonics that seem like they're doubled or layered. He must have multi-tracked them or something. Then he goes, he's getting those double strings. He was just a monster back then. I was like, what? He's still a monster. He's so crazy. He's funny. If you ever watch his clips, Zach Wild's clips on his channel, on his Instagram and stuff, he's hilarious. I sat there one night for like half hour just watching all these funny clips he does. Yeah, Killer Giants was like, I think that was the riff we always used to go towards too. We were like, oh, that's just the coolest riff. Especially when you watch that video, that live show they released on VHS. That whole concert. It was just amazing. Jake's solo. Me and my friend were always trying to do that solo. We're like, what is he doing there? You know? And I think he was, in that song, he was a whole step down. He was doing some kind of crazy chromatic. Like, it was just sounded insane. He was doing something like that too, I remember too. I have to learn that solo. And that thing he did later, he did this thing too. Let me see if I can do this. He would put his hand here. Can't do it as clean as he did it, but he did those things. We're like, what is that? It was insane. Those harmonics. Then he did the thumb thing. Remember? He did the thumb thing where he's going like, how insane was he? Well, guys, thank you for hanging out for me tonight. Hope you enjoyed my little jams and stuff. And hopefully I'll do more and my back stays well. Because it's been bad. I found my magazine. Look at this one. Look at that. I was gonna post the there's a lesson in here. I gotta get my record player working so I can put this on here. It's Joe Pass, right? Joe Pass lesson. And me and my friend, we learned this, and there's the tab for it. It's in the book. It's in here, and it's got the whole lesson in here. It's amazing, and we learned it, and we used to play it nonstop every day. And I only know like a little bit of the beginning, but I was like, I found it. And I just gotta transfer this sound page online because I couldn't find it. I couldn't find audio of that anywhere. I looked at quite a few sites, and on YouTube they don't have that sound page. They have another Joe Pass sound page, but not the one with this lesson in it, and especially not with the music in it. So I don't know if I can get away with I'm just gonna scan those things and then put the audio up, maybe put it on YouTube, and maybe it'll help some people out because I thought it was a cool lesson. He shows you how to do walking bass lines and then put the chords underneath it. He goes, he starts doing that, and then he starts going. He starts doing that. I had no clue at the time what those chords were. I just learned it. I just learned from the whatever it was. But now I'm like, oh, he's doing C minor, he's going to D sharp now, he's doing this, he's doing that chord. It's like, oh, this is so cool. So yeah, I'm gonna upload that hopefully soon. Maybe this weekend if I get time. Like maybe Sunday night or Monday night. I know. I miss all that stuff. The old school stuff like that. Those little like, records on cereal boxes. You know, it was like when you got the magazine. And you saw, oh, look at this. It's like a prize. It was like a like look at this little sound page. And then you had to put like you have to weight it down a little bit because it's like with a penny or something. Um, when I started out playing, I didn't know any. I just knew how to play songs, and then I took some lessons and I learned a little bit of theory from my teacher there. He taught me scales and how to make scales, how to make chords, because I want to know like why is this a chord? Why is it like this? So he showed me all the basics like that, and then once I knew that, I went back to learn the songs, like say like the Ozzy songs, and I was like trying to figure out why did Randy Rhoads play that, and I go, oh, he's playing a G or E minor scale there. Oh, but what's that funky note he's doing there? And then I looked at the chord. I'm like, oh, that's a B7 chord. He's playing around that scale. And then I learned the harmonic minor scale, and then I was like a little bit, and then I started just analyzing the songs. That's how I think you learn is just dive in and take sections and go, why is he playing that over that? And then I went to school after that and then learned like classical stuff, like classical theory, and that was intense. Um, and then after that, I just kept playing guitar and just playing out. And then I think what happens is you just subconsciously play and you don't realize what you're playing, and then you know what notes fit. Your ear gets better, your intonation gets better. But you have to play with people that you got to play with other people, and you gotta some people that know how to play too. Like it's because if I play with people that are like they don't even know how to play chords in a band situation, it's kind of frustrating. The digital world has taken away so much. I'm wondering if now, like with that Suno app and everything else, where you can, if I come up with a riff like this, going, I did that, and I put that in Suno, and it comes up with drums and keyboards and everything else. And then I was like, oh, that sounds great. And then I put a lead over it, and then I can release that as an instrumental song. I really don't feel like I wrote it. I mean, I wrote the riff. It'll probably repeat the riff I made. I saw a video of a girl, and she's an amazing bass player, and she goes, so I came up with this bass riff. And she put it in Suno, and it did the exact same riff, but it manipulated it and added more notes and made it more funkier. And then she just learned it, learned what Suno gave her, and then it created the drums for it, created everything, and I'm going, I don't know if that's, good or bad. I mean, maybe it's good. Maybe it's like you're working with another musician. When you're like a soundboard, you could probably look at it like that. You put it in the Suno, and it's like, oh, try this, and that's like your buddy telling you, try this riff, try this out. But then I think you miss the whole creative. I mean, it's gonna sound probably better because it's got way more instruments to choose from and stuff it's gonna come up with. But I think you lose the fun of trying to write that drum track yourself, trying to play the keyboard part yourself. I know it takes forever to do, but I think that the fun of it is doing that and then mixing it yourself and then coming out. And if it sounds like crap, it sounds like crap. But it's you, right? That's what you do. They just signed a full AI. I mean, there's some songs out there I heard, which I really do enjoy. They did these remakes of Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun, and it sounded like a '70s thing, or Hot for Teacher. It sounded like '70s R&B, and it sounded great. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I would cover that version. Um, yeah, fake YouTubes. Yep. What guitar is best for you? Do you want electric or acoustic? I started on electric. I know everybody says to start out on acoustic. It builds up your calluses, but then it all depends on what music you like. I mean, if you do you like a lot of acoustic music, or do you like a lot of rock, metal, and stuff like that? If that's what you want, go right to the electric. You're gonna get calluses either way. An R&B version of Rainbow in the Dark, yes. I was probably really good. If you like, yeah. And if you're doing metal, don't get an acoustic. Get an electric. Get an Ibanez. I like Ibanez's for that. Or a Schecter. Schecters make really good guitars, good pickups in it. For metal. Um, yeah. Um, Maybe not a Strat for metal, even though you could. But Schecters are really good. The LTDs are pretty good. Ibanez's are good for metal. Well, you could. You could borrow the acoustic and start learning chords, you know, learning the chords like that. But when you start trying to do it, you're not going to get that. And you need an electric guitar and you need an amp. I play metal on a Strat too, though. I play metal on a. They're like, how do you get? I play metal on a Telecaster. Um, Guitars that have dive only bridges, not not floating. Um, you can always set up floating guitars to not go up. You know, you could just block the bridge off. Like this is kind of floats. This can float a little bit, but I made it. Well, a friend of mine helped me. He put a stopper in here so I can so it doesn't go up, so I can use the drop D tuner I installed. Yeah, if you block the bridge off, and so it's flat, so it doesn't go up, your tuning will be better if you want. If you don't use the bar, it's just this is a little metal. It's a little. I don't. You probably can't see it because it's so, my room is so dark. Um, let's see. Uh, where's my flashlight? Need my flashlight. It's gonna change on me. You can't really see it, can you? See, that's what I'm saying about webcams. Um, Hold on, let me try to do something like this. Yeah, medicine makes it so I can't breathe. Oh, this is so crazy. Okay. Maybe this is good. No, I'm banging the table. Okay, maybe you can see it here. Yeah, they see that. If you can see it, I just put, it's like a metal thin plate. Yeah, I just put it under the bridge. It goes all the way to the side there. So yeah, it's like right here. This is the plate. If I do this, oh, the shadows. I have no light in this room, but it makes it so it's flat. It makes it so this won't go up at all. I mean, it had to have something that, and it's got to be level too. It can't be like this. You can't have it so the bridge is, your guitar's flat and it's like that. It's got to be level with the body, and that just raise it just enough. I set the bridge enough, and the action on this is really, really low. And it's so I can use the if I can remember that riff. Oh. But you guys saw it. You guys saw it, right? FU tone detuner. No, this is the EVH detuner. I didn't know if FU tone detuner. I didn't know if they made one. I'm meaning to try some of their stuff. Yes. Get it set up too. Yeah. You want a decent guitar too. You want to get it set up because some of the cheap ones are, I mean, the electronics in some of them. Some students I have, they their guitar buzzes like electronic buzz when bad groundings, and then there's the neck's messed up where they can't even fix it. The action's really high. It's like a nightmare. And then once they upgrade to like this one student, he's like 8 years old, 8 or 9 years old, and he had this really bad guitar. And but he was so into it. His parents bought him a really nice. It was a Schecter, and it had great pickups in it. That guitar played unbelievable, and you can tell he's playing better. He's doing chords. You can actually hear the chords are clean where he was struggling he was struggling with them, but the guitar does make a difference. Yeah, starting out with a Floyd Rose bridge might be a little bit too crazy. Because they are a pain to set up. I hate changing strings on them. A Strat I can change in like 5 minutes. On a Kramer, on this thing, it's just it's like a 45-minute thing. Well, maybe not on this one because I do have the bridge that stopped. It's not as bad. But like the Ibanez I have, it's a pain. And I have this other Kramer. Excuse me, I'm dying. This other Kramer here. Noisier pickups. I can go up and down I think I need to change these pickups in it. They're like Seymour Duncan stock ones that came in this, but and I think this is a Floyd Rose special on this guitar. I'm not sure. I just like it. I bring this out for looks. Like I had it at the last show. I never played it. I was gonna play it, but I didn't get a chance to. But it looks just cool in the stand. People see it. Like, oh, the polka dots. Yeah, ESPs are nice too. Enzo, thanks. Nice to see you. All right, I've been on for 2 hours. I'm gonna go ice my back, take my last pill for tonight, and then see what happens tomorrow. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be low 50s, maybe 40s, and it's an outside show, which is terrible. I hope they have like those heater things. I like Gibsons too. I think all guitars have a purpose. Like I like a Les Paul for certain songs. I like a Strat all the time. It's a Strat for me is like you can get everything out of it. That's why that Kramer is kind of like a Strat to me, or like a souped up Strat. Telecaster. I like the feel of a Telecaster. I like weird shaped guitars too, like something like No Name. It's got weird, if it's set up really nice, weird body shapes. Yeah, I probably will have to do truss rod adjustment in that weather. I'm trying to stay away from like caffeine. Like I've been drinking, I don't know, like pop lately for the last few months or more, and now I think it's affecting my body. Like, ugh, can't be done. So I'm trying to go back to water. I know I'm not looking forward to the winter. I dread it every year it comes. I mean, I like it around Christmas, but that's it. Driving in it, I hate it. I don't have a stable enough vehicle to really drive confidently in snow, especially when you have to drive far. But sub, we got to figure out how to do this portrait mode because I think I might have to reinstall OBS because I think there's some plugins that are messed up. Okay, the weather here is like right now. Well, it's becoming winter, so it's in the 60s and the 50s, and that's pretty good for right now. Usually, sometimes in October we get hit with a lake effect winter, um, like lake effect storm, and it's crazy. So we'll probably get hit with snow. Hopefully by December. But we've had it in October, and then once it comes, it's like I think last year wasn't as bad. I think the the roads weren't paved enough though, and and then when you drive like say like 30 minutes from where I live to go to a gig, like 30 or 45 minutes, then you see the effects, like they got worse, they got hit worse, and you're like, oh, this sucks. There's like mounds of snow, and then that'll last for 6, 7, 8 months here. And then we'll have like 3 months of summer and like 1 month of spring. It sucks. Yeah, but you get hurricanes and tornadoes, right? Yeah, if I what I want to do is OBS now is supposed to be able to do both at the same time. So I can stream on YouTube portrait mode and the regular widescreen mode. Um, because if I change my ratio, I have to change the scene and I have to change my camera. I could change everything, and I don't want to go through all that. And then I have to be like, it'll screw everything up what I have right now. Um, but this other new canvas thing is supposed to do it automatically. And then like Sub said too, YouTube. If you're just gonna do YouTube, YouTube is able to do this now. You can have two different views, um, which is pretty neat. But he said the interface is kind of weird. Yeah, we get the icy roads, and then they won't salt the roads. They'll wait for salt because they'll run out of salt. We ran out of salt. We can't do anything. Right. Work in progress. Yep. I can't believe it's like Thanksgiving's coming and Christmas is coming. I'm getting ready for Christmas. I was thinking, what new Christmas song could I work on this year? Six years watching me. I've been on here for probably 10 years. Streaming. I think since 2016. And I was probably streaming lightly before that. Like before Periscope, I was streaming a little bit. but I wasn't like really into it. I remember on Periscope, there was only a short few of us on there. And I remember there was a guy, he was a piano guy or something, and he was playing piano, and I was like, whoa, this guy's great. And then I met a lot of people that I still know today on Periscope that still stream. It's amazing. We're still doing it. And I remember getting like my first tip on there. I was like, whoa, I got a tip for playing on here. This is crazy. And I was like, this could work out really nice. This is jamming for people, jamming covers, and there was no restrictions either. We got to play, like, there was no muting. We're just playing full-on covers on Periscope. It was great. Yeah, those guys, like, you know, Matt Bolton's been doing it, Phil Luna. Other people became huge on YouTube. Who was the DJ? He always wore the mask. Flash? I haven't seen him streaming in a long time. The Flash? He had all the graphics on there. Are you talking about gas prices? I think it's like $3.50, $3.80 here. Dual metal version of Jingle Bells, except melodic minor or harmonic version. Good. Usually what I do is like I go in these old Christmas books and I see the chord charts, and then I'll go, I'm going to play that in this kind of style. And it kind of works out. Like this one it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, right? And I got my cat in there. You can hear my cat. And I tried to make it sound like Django Reinhardt. You know, like that. And how I recorded this, I just recorded it on Ibanez Acoustic, right? Ibanez Acoustic. And I kind of EQ'd it so it sounded kind of old. I found a sample of a record. You know, you can hear like the needle. I had a Pringles can. Pringles can with some crumbs in it. I was shaking it. And I played the bass. And my cat was in the room with me because she was hungry again, like she always is. And she's just meowing through the whole thing. Yeah, I don't think it would have worked with a Lay's bag. .278 Wisconsin. Wow. Oh, they. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've seen those. I did. I've seen the Lay's ones. This one was crazy. This had too many guitars on it. I think I did this one back in like 2012. It's like 50 guitars on here, or 50 tracks, and it sounds a mess to me right now. Or bad drums. I like this part. Christine, you're missing my alerts. We're going over Christmas songs. We're trying to figure out a new Christmas song to do this year. Should it be instrumental or should it be Amy singing again? We did this one last minute too. We walked around the neighborhood. We tried to find people with the biggest lights or nicest lights. And we did this like last minute too. Like, there's a house over there. There's a house. Let's film it. Just walk and sing. And she goes, hey, can you get me to in slow motion, throw in the snow? Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. Hallmark Christmas. Did we do another one? Was there another Christmas song we did? I don't remember. Oh yeah, she did this one too. This was a good one.
Greeting cards have all been sent. The Christmas rushes through, but I still have one wish to make.
This was like one of the first ones we did.
A special one for you. Merry Christmas, darling.
Probably get flagged for this cover, right?
We're apart, that's true. But I can dream, and in my dreams, I'm Christmasing with you. Holidays are joyful. There's always something new. But every day
I am. I'm on YouTube too.
is a holiday when I'm near to you.
This part was like we were at a gig.
The lights on
That
my
building, we
tree,
just played a gig
I
there,
wish you
and that was all Christmas time, so I filmed around there. And
I wish
that's her
you
Christmas tree.
every day. Logs on the fire fill me
That's this
with
room.
desire
You can tell that.
to see you and to say that I wish you Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, darling. Happy New Year too.
I could have did better editing on this video, but my computer was being real fussy with the video format.
On this Christmas Eve, I wish I were with you.
Those are like 9 vocals layered.
Logs on the fire fill me with desire to see you and to say that I
That's the outside of
wish
the
you
gig we played. We're just walking in the parking lot.
Merry Christmas, darling. Happy New Year to you. Just one wish on this Christmas Eve. I wish I were with you.
I did this all on iPhones.
I were with you. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
That's my friend Mike singing the lower guy part. Should do like a breakdown of that song. Show you on how I recorded it. Yeah, the backing vocals were like, she tripled. There's like 3-part harmony, and she tripled each one of them. So it was like 9 vocals on there, and then the ending was tricky, trying to get that Merry Christmas. That was tricky to try to figure out, because you listen to the Carpenter's version, you're just like, what is going on there? And you try to find versions that people do, and you're like, that's not right, that's not right. And then what he says there, the guy who says Merry Christmas, Merry, he says something different, you know, different words. And I was like, what is he saying there? What is he saying? I was sitting there for hours, slowing it down, figuring it out, and then trying to figure out the right notes, right harmony notes for her to sing. That was tough to do. How did I get all the vocals synced to the video? Well, that's hard to do too. I know, I never seen A Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe I should, maybe I should watch it and do one of those. That would be neat. Because I know that Danny Elfman's insane. If we're in with Baroque style, make it happen. Well, recording the song, if I remember, she came over. Well, it was her idea to do that song, and I remember watching the video of the Carpenters of that song, and I was like, I wasn't really familiar with it. And then, so how I recorded it was I I made a click track, right? Made sure I had the right tempo, and I played the acoustic. I learned the chords. I made it all acoustic. You can tell it's just acoustic, and I laid it. So that was the track she sang over. Was the acoustic track. So she sang the main vocal, and she got that down. And then I go, okay, let's try to attempt the harmonies. And then she did the one harmony, and I was like, well, to get that Carpenter effect, you gotta sing the harmony, then sing it again, then sing it again, the same one 3 times, right? And then now I'll sing the third, the third of the chord or whatever harmony. She did that 3 times, and then she sang another the top part of that chord 3 times, and then when you panned them left and right, like left, center, left, left, center, left, left, center, it was just like, whoa, it was huge. I was like, geez. And what's nice is, even if you're a little flat or a little off by a couple cents, that's what makes the harmony sound so good too, because it's real. It's kind of like when you track guitars, when you record guitars, you play your one guitar, and then you play it over again, you on another track, and then pan them left and right, and it just sounds so full in your ears. I know, maybe, yeah. It's a lot of, it took. There's more work mixing it than recording it. Like, it took us a few hours to record vocals one night, and another few hours, or 4 or 5 hours to record the vocals again, the harmonies, get those down. And then the hard part was mixing it so it sounds good to our ears. And then the video comes. And then we're like, how are we going to do this video now? Well, I recorded her singing it when she was singing it when she was here. She was, I have some footage of that. And then I was like, okay, well, we have a gig at this place, and they're having a Christmas thing. So it might be cool to have footage of that place. And then I was like, being like, I'm not a director or anything, I don't know, but I was like, okay, sit in that chair, right? There's a fireplace right next to the chair. Get your coat, like put on your coat. And I had 2 phones, right? So I had my 2 phones. I had the phone, and I played the track because I had the basic track of it with her vocal on it, and I just played the track, and then she sang along to it, and I had my other phone recording her, so I had 2 phones, just doing this, you know. And I go, okay, get up and, you know, and put your hat on, look in the mirror, you know, like you're going out, go walk by that tree, stop a little bit, open the door, and I go, maybe it'll be something. I go, this will be pretty cool. And then what happened was she went to Florida to visit her. You know, her family lives in Florida, and and I was editing the video, and I was having a hard time editing this video because my computer was fighting me with the video files. It was like I couldn't match it, like you were saying, Christine, like syncing it up. I I was trying my every time I tried to sync it up, my computer crashed. Or if I synced it up, it wasn't in sync. It was off a little bit. And I don't know, 6, 7, 8 video tracks on top of that, and trying to line them all up with the music and get everything, and then try to cut scenes and make them flow into her and fade in and fade out and zoom in. It was it was terrible. And if I had like a MacBook Pro or something like that with that software, I bet you it'd be a lot easier. But trying to take video files off an iPhone and put it into a PC, and then they're like, "We don't like you," and I'm like, "This is terrible." You know, it was a struggle. So I had to. The quality could have been a lot better if I used a MacBook Pro or something with high quality like that. But I had to make the quality a little bit less for the PC to and the software to recognize it. You know, so it wasn't like the 1080p or the 4K video I wanted. I'll never be able to edit 4K video because I definitely don't have the processing power for that and the video stuff for that. But it's like 1080p, and if it works on YouTube, you know, that's and people enjoy it. That's good. Yeah, I had to convert it. Yeah, from the move file, the MOV file. Yes. Um, and then some, like the last video, you know, the that I showed you, not the Carpenter's one, but the other one. I had this software that does do really good job converting the video files, but sometimes it gave me black spaces, and I had to reconvert it again. And I was hoping, like, oh, please let this be a good one, you know. So there's always going to be some kind of bump in the road when you do these videos, you know, and I end up doing them always at the last minute. I want to do a Halloween video, yeah, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that one done this Halloween. It was supposed to be done like 2 years ago. We were gonna do a Halloween video, and we missed out last year. And the first year we had already. We were gonna do Dokken. We're gonna do Dokken Dream Warriors. We had the Freddy mask, got the outfit, we got everything, and we started recording it, and almost we got half of it done. She would have to sing the vocals. I wanted her to sing it because I think she could do a great job singing that song. Um, I mean, we were working on the harmonies, but we ran out of time, and we couldn't do it. iPad Pro and iMovie. I think you probably could do that. I have a program on my phone that does really good editing, but I still haven't. I just use it for basic editing. Do a short birthday Halloween. I don't know. Feeling weird about my birthday. Format Factory. They moved on to video to video. Now I use Video Coder. I'm always looking for the free stuff. Get a Mac Mini and your own screen. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Make our own Christmas song. Yeah, I am. I'm feeling weird about it. It's a big one. I'm falling apart. My back's been out for like 3 weeks, and I went to I was telling I went to urgent care and they gave me a couple different medicines, and it's making me have brain fog and stuff, forgetting things, and my back has been today has been my back still hurts today, but it's been the best it's been in the last 2 3 weeks. And then I was like, I hope it does, because I got 2 shows this weekend, and it's going to be very cold. It's going to be in the 50s, and I'm like, oh, I hope I make it through this weekend. And you know how the first band is. The hit I'm playing with, the hit and run band, and they don't like to take breaks. So it's like I'll be standing there for 3.5 hours. And then the Queen band's gonna be fun because it's just two, we get a break and it's just fun. It could take years to make your own song, or it could take 20 minutes. I've written songs, like instrumental songs, that were like 15 minutes. And I was like, brought it to my friend's house and I go, play drums on this. And then he recorded drums in that day. And then I brought it back home and then I put bass on it. But I had all the ideas already set. But then there's like a riff. I still have a riff. When I was like 18, I have this riff. It's such a cool riff and a weird timing, but I never got past it. I never, I just wrote like 2 parts. I never finished it. I need a light. Um, I was looking at, well, that's probably a heavy too. I don't know. I need a really good FR cabinet. You know, I just want to bring a guitar and this pedal. You know, I just want to bring this out. That's all. Just a Tone X. Well, isn't that what we said before? Like putting the ideas into that AI software and it spits it out. Like, here, check this out. There's your Christmas song. I was thinking of splurging, and if I was gonna get another amp modeler, I'd probably go for that quad cortex. But I don't know if it's probably better to buy new than used because you don't know what craziness, you know, getting a used one is. But most of my friends have moved on to get the quad cortex, and it's small, and you can model any amp you want. You can model your own amp. It's touchscreen. You always have ideas, Christine. It amazes me. You got all these things. I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I know a couple people friends of mine that are going to do Christmas songs, and they didn't write them. They just put them in the app, and it spit out a Christmas song, and then they want to redo the redo the vocal, and that's it. And they're like, "Here's my Christmas song." It's like, but you didn't write it. I like, yeah, Robert. I mean, my main setup live is the Mesa Boogie dual rectifier with a 212 Mesa cabinet and with pedals. That's it. That's the best setup for me. Modelers are nice. I do like them. It's convenient when you're doing certain shows and you don't have to deal with, like amp buzz and different rooms and ground issues, ground hum. It's craziness like that. But when you get to the right places and you play it and you get there's nothing like a tube amplifier. I love the sound of it. I love the feel of the air pushing behind me. The way I can control that amp. With modelers, can't really do that much. Iridium? I don't know. What's the iridium? Let me look that up. Is that a modeler? Iridium amp modeler has 3 conic amp modelers and 9 IR speaker cabinets. Strymon. Strymon makes it? I never seen that before. I don't know how that sounds. It probably sounds really great. I mean, you could make anything really sound good. HX Stomp, I don't know. I don't know about the HX Stomp. We might as well get the Helix if you're gonna get something big. I mean, you can always what with modelers though, to get the feel of it. I mean, you bypass the cabinet simulation and you go into a real cabinet, and then it starts to sound. You could start to EQ that and start to sound like an amp. I think it's all about the speakers. But then you're defeating the purpose of bringing amps out and stuff. You want everything to be simple. You just want to bring the unit out and use your in-ears. That's what I did for the Femmes of Rock shows. I have the Fractal, and they don't want any amps on stage because it'll bleed through everything, and everything is all in our ears. And it's kind of scary because if your in-ears go, your pack goes, your inner pack, you're done. Right? There's no amp. You can't hear what you're doing. You don't hear what they're doing. That's kind of scary. But I haven't had anything faulty go off of it yet. But when it's all mixed in your ears and you hear your guitar, you hear all their instruments, and you can adjust the levels, and you're like, wow, this is great. And you're just hoping it sounds like that out there in the audience, and it usually does. It's like mixed really well. But when you're playing clubs and stuff, definitely use amps. Definitely bring an amp out, because they're not going to hear you. Because some of the sound people, all they like is drums and bass. That's all you hear. You never hear guitar. Sometimes I bring a backup rig too, though, for those gigs. Like I'll bring fractal, and then I have something that's like very basic that would get me through that night. Blue Strat, how are you doing? Do you use a pedal board or other stomps? I missed that question. Stomps with your amp. If I'm doing a tube amp, it's all like Boss pedals and MXR pedals and stuff like that. If I'm using a modeler, sometimes I will add a couple pedals with it, like a wah and maybe a phaser that I like. That's better than the phaser than in the thing. I have to get the app, Christine. I don't. I have to get the app for it. Uh-oh, Kitties wants to go to bed. You know how many times I fed her today? She's like, how many times can you eat? And she hates when I'm in the other room. She's like, what are you doing in there? You haven't been get a good sound with GarageBand. Thinking about Logic Pro. Yeah, Logic Pro is probably great. That's what I would like to do, is do recording in there. Yeah. I know, she can eat. And then you go out there and you give her food, right? And then she'll go over to it and go, nope, don't want it now. You can give me a 30-day free trial. Yeah, maybe I'll try it out. I'll just put it on my what? On my iPad and on my iPhone, and then see how this app works. And it's just shows you how to do all these songs and has jams in it and stuff. It's not like Rocksmith though, right? Yeah, I got it. I think my iPad can handle it. iPad with a riff interface. What's a riff interface? Or is that the name of the app on there? It's a riff interface. Have you been streaming the Gibson app when you playing, with you playing on it on YouTube? I've seen you did some videos on it, but can you stream your iPad and you playing along to what's playing on there? Can I use an iRig adapter with it, or something like this little line 6 Sonic port? I probably could, right? And it gives you all the amp models in it, right? It should give you different amps to choose from. Because I could probably use this. This can go into my phone or an iPad. Where's the adapter to it? Because this is what I was doing before. Does this work? Wait, where's the connection here? This is an older thing. This is a line 6 Sonic port. And I rigged this up to work with TikTok. See, my eyes are not even working. There we go. See, I would do this, and then I lightning into my phone, and then I can plug in a guitar in here, right? Plug the guitar in there, and then there should be a headphone out. There's a headphone out. Yeah. So maybe that would work. You need an iPad Pro, though? I don't have an iPad Pro. I got just like the regular iPad. I need to fly to your house. Amy wants me to go to Florida one of these times. And maybe one of these times we'll meet up in person. That'll be neat. I can see all your 5,000 guitars. Your crazy guitar collection. I just gotta get the guts enough to get on a plane. I haven't been on a plane since 2009. They are in stacks of cases. Yep. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I know. He's probably like me. I don't like to really touch stuff. Like, I have stuff that's unopened. That's still in the packaging. Like, I didn't want to open up those Vox amps. They were in a nice box. But I was like, oh, I gotta play them. I have a laptop that's like 25 years old, and I still have the plastic on the screen. Why? I'm like one of those guys. And then when I go to gigs and say like John, sometimes helps out, um, and he throws things in the car, I get kind of like, oh, don't throw it like that, And it's something, I'm like, no, you're gonna scratch that case, I'm like, no, don't do that, don't do this. I don't have the energy either. Hmm. All right, guys. I'm gonna go drink some water and then see what Kitty's doing. And take some more medicine before I go to bed. And hopefully, maybe I won't be able to stream Sunday. Probably Monday. Hopefully Monday. I'll say hi to Kitty. Kitty. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I will talk to you soon. It was a good one tonight. Good jams, good discussions. Leave me comments on Instagram and stuff. on what you'd like to see, especially sign up and subscribe on YouTube and follow and write, say, oh, I love this tune, or even any kind of emojis helps out. It just builds the channel. And then, like you said, tips like how to solo over changes, what's my setup, what's this, I'll start trying to do those videos for you. Because I want to try to build the channel up. I get more. It seems like I get a few more follows and subscribers doing lives, but I think I gotta do more content videos. And maybe Christine, maybe I will do those. If there is a 30-day trial, maybe I can do something, be like, oh, I'm checking out this Gibson app. This is gonna be great, and then maybe do something with that. And Sub-Zero, I'm gonna try to get that portrait mode working and do more shorts and things like that. And Stothy, hope you have a safe flight. I could, but I think people that go to my shows or these shows, I don't think they know Twitch exists. They barely know how to use their phones. Because I was thinking, like, for tips, I was gonna put a QR code on my guitar, but I don't think they would even know what that is. They'd be like, "What's that QR code for? What's that little design on his guitar?" And then maybe some people pick it up, and it would lead you to PayPal, and then be like, and if you're working with like people, I would love to have it where most bands do this. They have the QR code, they do this, and then you could send requests, and we play it live in front of the crowd. But they're so some of the people here are so far behind. They don't want to do anything to disrupt what they have already. Who knows Twitch exists? I know. I love Periscope. Periscope was great. It was easy. It was easy. My favorite part was the map. It showed the map of the whole world, and then you go on. You saw everybody, like the dots. Be like, oh, someone's live in Japan, and you clicked on it, and you see some amazing guitar player. You'd be like, what? Oh, someone's in London. Yeah, you got to see all the stuff going on. Like when you see like, you're like, oh, California's got a lot of people on at this hour. And you saw like this place has this many people. And then they took it away. But I still have the app on my phone. I still have, yeah, I still have it. Yeah, it was still there. Remember Busker? Busker was another one. That didn't last very long, but that was a good one because I had a lot of tipping functions. Um, well, that's good. There's no Gibson app channel on Twitch. Like a Rocksmith, like Rocksmith has their own things. There's no Gibson app. It might be something. Well, we still get muted on here. I mean, I think they're getting really strict on YouTube. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll set up something, Christine. It sounds like a plan. All right. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna read on it. But I hope everybody has a great night. I'll see you soon. Take care. And yeah, and Staffy, have a safe flight. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do set it all up so I can do it live and stuff. I could probably mirror my iPad on OBS and then have it on there, and then be like a split screen thing where you can see the app, and then hopefully the audio will come through and it'll be in sync and I can play along and you can see all the stuff. I just have to set a time and figure that all out. Is that the Billy Joel song, Vienna? That's where you're going? That's going to be awesome. Ignore all the pitch detection lessons. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great night. Great morning, wherever you are. I'll see you soon. I'm running the outro. I'll see you soon. I'm not sick. I just got back issues, real Shauna. I'll see you soon. Well, do I look sick? I probably look sick, right? It's probably the medicine I'm on, floating my face. And my hair's all crappy today. But I think I'm doing okay. Take care, everybody.